some love. How you doing, YouTube? We over here. We about to go over the question of the day. We talking about, do you trust your spouse or significant other, whatever you want to call it? Let me do some sharing real quick. Let me share to a few groups. The Soapbox Heroes group, of course. Unapologetically Black Union. Let me share. Melanated Goddesses. Let me share. Let me share. What's going on with you guys? It's Monday. Came on just a little bit later. We're going to have some people come join us today. Get the conversation real lively, you know. Let me see. What's this going over here on my screen over? Let's get this started. Let me share my screen so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Get it over here. Come here, Facebook. Let's get it started. Make my own theme song. You dig? Today is going to be interesting. The question was very, very interesting. I started reading some of the comments. I had to laugh. I had to laugh. Everybody don't trust their spouse, apparently. What's going on with you guys? What's really going on? Let me see what we got going over here. We turn this down. Again, if you answered any of the questions today, then you are the star of the show. You are exactly who I'm going to be talking about. I'm over here trying to get my bearings. You know, technology act funny when it's time to do it live. It's cracking over here. What's cracking, Michael James? What was the question? The question was about your spouse going on a business trip with somebody with a platonic friend that's extra attractive. That's what the question was. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that once again. If you guys haven't subscribed on the YouTube page, on the YouTube page, go ahead over to the YouTube page. If you're watching on YouTube, what's happening? What's happening over there in them YouTube streets? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. What are you guys doing tonight? It's Monday, first day of the week. It felt good out here in Houston, Texas. Not gonna lie, it was almost California weather. It was California-esque. The Johnsons, hey Johnsons, hey. Salik, what's happening, fam? Peace. The Johnsons, we live in these YouTube streets. It is so rough, so tough out here, baby. It's so rough out here. Let me scroll down. Let me scroll past that handsome fellow right there. Scroll down past that handsome fellow right there. Man, whoever this guy is, I keep scrolling past. He seems like he's full of self-promotion. What else you supposed to do? Tell them the Johnsons, we out here in these YouTube streets where it's so rough and so tough out here, baby. You dig? It was hot in Greensville, South Carolina today. Really? How hot? It was about 80 out here in Houston. Oh yeah, you answered the question, Michael. That means you are one of the stars of the show. I'm going to be reading the answers and adding just a smidgen of commentary. Just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. I think we're going to have Nasha Nay. Come on. I almost said Nasha Na. I know not to say that because it's Nasha Nay. Not Nasha Na. Ooh, na, 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 na. All right. The question is, would you allow your significant other to take a business trip alone with the attractive platonic friend of the opposite sex? Ooh, wait. What you guys talking about today? What y'all talking about? What's the opinion of the people? What's the opinion of the people? What's the opinion of Zippy Pal? Let me scroll down. Always right click when I'm supposed to left click. All right. Teresa Elliott says, better have they bags pre-packed to make their exits easier for when they come home to tell you the bad news. That they made a mistake and there was an alcohol. Blame it on the juice. Blame it on the Henny. I hit her with the no faith, laugh out loud. She said, I put my faith in Jesus, not man. Hey, wasn't Jesus a man? Blame it on the Henny. Let's see what other replies we have here. Teresa Elliott. Oh, I told her, I'm literally crying, laughing right now. I had a tear in my eye. I thought that was hilarious. That was a nice way to crack off the comments. What else we got right here? I said, what if the coworker was unattractive? Would that change anything? Baldy Locks jumped in and said, Teresa Elliott, I said the same thing. LOL. Teresa Elliott says, no, not at all. I wouldn't care if the coworker was armless and legless. If they have a mouth, they can't be trusted. Ugh. You hear that, the Johnsons? What you think, the Johnsons? Could you trust your significant other to go on a business trip with the platonic friend of the opposite sex who is very attractive? Very attractive. Let me see. Let me scroll down with the scroll real quick. Tawan Corey Carr of the Some More of It show by way of Dash Radio. You guys go check him out on Fridays. Make sure you download that Dash Radio and tap in with him. Tawan Corey Carr says, yup, bring the bag home. You see? He said, I'm not worried about it. Just bring back the money. Larcel Streeter says, I'm so messed up in the head, I'm going to cheat while she's on the trip, just in case she fucks up. Ooh, so he's going to take preventative measures by cheating just in case. Oh, man. Crystal Emiker says, oh, that'd be too LMAFO. That'd be too LMAFO or something like that. Basically, that'd be too funny. You know, these abbreviations, I don't know how to say LMAO. That'll be too laughing my ass off. What does that make sense, you guys? Should I just say that would be too funny? I'm trying to read them verbatim. Sometimes you guys throw me for a loop. Crystal Emiker, you threw me for a loop. Jason Boyd says, as long as she can handle me taking a few trips with very attractive women, then we good. Oh, he said we got to even the playing field. What do you guys think? Does evening the playing field make it better? What's going on with all these people? Larcel said he going to cheat just as a preventative measure, just in case you give it up tonight. He gonna do the same thing tonight, baby. Destiny O'Neill says, you can't keep no man that don't want to be kept. Same goes for a woman. I hit her with a reply. I says, so does that mean you're okay with him going on a business trip? You know, sometimes I gotta act oblivious to the answer. Tawan What you say to Johnsons? I don't care if they go. They could go, but come back to their mama house. Oh, we. You got to come back to the mom's house. Hey, love don't live here anymore, says the Johnsons. Destiny O'Neal says, absolutely. I refuse to be a part of a relationship where there isn't trust. One mess up, though, finito. Finito. Let me go ahead and bring in my very, very special guest. Very, very special guest. My special guest go. Come back, special guest. You're not over there. Nasha Nathan disappeared. She said, love don't live here anymore. Oh, let me get back to this. I said, Destiny O'Neal, I just fell out. No, that was somebody else that I fell out. I better not keep falling out. Yeah, so Destiny says that she's okay with it. Let me scroll down with the scroll. Nasha, now let me know when you back in. Nasha Nay. Destiny O'Neal says, I says, I got you. You're saying if they want to cheat, that's what they're going to do anyway. Destiny says, yup, with like 5 P's. I guess that's to enunciate the yup. I hope I got that right. Rovon Brooks says, if a person wants to cheat, they could do it in the same house with you. Huh? I said, with you in the house? Rovon says, yes, I've seen it happen. I said, bold. Rovon says, no doubt, but I've seen it. Whoa, Rovon, you done seen somebody cheat in the same house? That's crazy. Hey, Prince, what's going on? You watching? Hey, you guys, if you get a chance, go over and make sure you log in and subscribe on the YouTube channel, The Soapbox Heroes. Hit the notification bell so you know when we do this, so you know when I'm talking bad about you. Let me see if the guesses come back on. Let me see who I got in the queue. All right. Coolio. Nashane, I see you in the queue. Anthony, I'm going to come get you in about 10 more minutes. Uh-oh. Hello there.
Hey.
All right, now you got to remember, turn your volume up.
Okay.
Turn your volume up.
It's up. Can you hear me?
Are you up on the volume?
Yes.
All right, cool. Nasha Na. Well, really Nasha Nay, but I like to say Nasha Na. Ooh, nah. So look, Nasha Nay. We on this question. We're gonna get to your answer soon. I got some questions for you. So let me go ahead, you guys. Let me get back with the going. Sammy Mobshare says, your questions always be killing me. I hope not, Sammy. I don't want to kill you, brother. I said, why? And are you okay with wifey taking the business trip with that one supermodel friend she has? LOL. Sammy says, plain and simple, no. What you think about this? What you think about this, Nay? What you think about these people saying no, they wouldn't let their significant other go on a business trip with somebody that's attractive, a platonic friend?
I mean, I can understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, if there's no trust in their relationship, then there's no trust on that trip. I'm just saying,
no trust in a relationship. All right.
Yeah.
All right. See, you made me scroll down too fast. Let me scroll up. Yeah, we got a lot of answers here. Let me see. Cali boy Birdie Shepherd says, No, you crazy. As in loco. As in crazy. Peter S. Anderson says, yes. If you are with the person that you can't trust, then why be with them? That sounds something like what you were saying.
Right. Yes, I agree. I also agree with the person that said, I don't care, just bring home my money.
You don't care what?
I like the person that said, I don't care, just bring me home my money.
You just want the money? just
No.
for the money? You gonna put them on the track. Let me see. DeWanna Neal says, yup. And I said, DeWanna Neal, I don't believe you. LOL. She said I would. LOL, why wouldn't I? This brings home the bacon. If they choose to mess up while they're out on business trip, suffer the consequences when you get home. Could cost more than a trip.
Yeah.
You got kind of cold on them. What's gonna happen when they get home? I wonder what's she gonna do when they get home, Nasha?
Karma's I know if it was me and I found that out, he gonna be going home with his mama.
He gonna be going home to his mama. Why everybody sending people to their mama? I said, DeWanna, I hear you. I still don't believe you. I forgot to put a space and I put an N. I put N still believe. Then Yisrael says not. Rovon Brooks says yes. She wouldn't be my significant other if I couldn't trust her to handle her business. I see your feet, Nasha. I don't know. I wonder if everybody else can see your feet.
Are you serious?
No, that's just me.
I'm so hoping not. Because I can't get the video thing on.
You got to talk like directly into your microphone, and then your screen to get the active presence, which means you'll be the active speaker. So let some people wait. Why you here? Let everybody know who you are, so we don't go too far.
I'm not Shanae, and I have a production on YouTube called Paper Doll Houses, and it's based off of helping a lot of women going through a lot of traumatic things in their life, kind of help them instill a better future for themselves and focus on the future of the next generation coming up.
For the next generation. What you do? I'm looking at the background. I'm looking at your feet and the ball. You got.
That's because I don't know what's going on with this thing because it's not even. There's no video popping up on my phone.
Lucky your toes is dead.
Oh my god! Oh my god! All right, what about now? Because
you good now? We see.
Okay, I can't even.
Everybody was like, "Who toes is them?"
Oh my god!
Who toes is them?
Oh my god! I didn't even know because there's no video on my screen, so I can't even see.
You can see now, but hey, we can see you. Let's see.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All you gotta do is eat the box good before she leaves. Ooh, Prince. Now, Prince. Mine all in the gutter. But I think somebody should write that down. That might be a good answer. Let me go to something else. Let me see. Teresa Elliott says, Rovon Brooks, brother. Alicia Seal says, yep. Side chick will be fried chick. They will not risk it. Why is everybody so dangerous on here? Nasha, she gonna fry her?
Like she's trying to get her revenge.
Hey, you guys are dangerous out here. Dangerous in these streets. Johnson's. That's why we ducking in these streets. Dennis Lynn says, as a significant other, he wouldn't want to go alone if he valued and respected his marriage/relationship. I'm just saying. Then I came back and I said, well, I had to give some type of context. So I said the job only paid for 2 tickets, 2 spots at the conference and 1 room. Attending this conference will boost his career. So there's no room for you. Now what? What you think she said, Nasha? You're not looking at these. What you think she said?
I was looking at him. I'm also trying to fight with my daughter. Hold on, I'm gonna go back and read it.
Nah, you trying to read it? You gonna give me you cheating?
No, I'm reading it. It's gonna take me like 2 seconds. I don't know. I think so. I mean, it's got to be, like I said, like mutual respect in the marriage, right? Like if a lot of trust between both parties.
A lot of trust in between both parties. Let me see what she said. She says Tyrone Irvin out of pocket, and I will wait for him after his conference. No person wouldn't put themselves in any situation that could potentially cause harm or not look appropriate. It's not about trust. It's about respecting our relationship in all matters. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Facebook.
But if it's just platonic, I mean, then it wouldn't be an issue, right?
I mean, she's saying it's an issue, but we gonna talk about it. Hold on. But Facebook, I'm sorry, Facebook. I love y'all, but I gotta let you go. I can't have a guest on both programs. So come over to YouTube, the Soapbox Heroes channel on YouTube. You guys come on over, jump in like a pool on a hot day. Hit subscribe. Angela Steffens, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Everybody on Facebook, I appreciate it. You guys come and jump in. Glenda Randolph Bates. It's nice to see you, Glenda. Always. I'm gonna come to your answer too, Glenda. You had some good answers. Aaron Charles, Isaac, Christopher Sanchez, Tunisha Cole Israel. Everybody, come over here now, y'all. And y'all come over here to the YouTube because I can't do it. You guys can't hear my guests, which means you guys gonna hear me talking, and then you're gonna hear long pauses. And during the long pause, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna log off. So let me not play myself. You guys come on over here to the YouTubes. We out of here. All right, we back. How you doing, YouTube? We are exclusively yours this evening. Myself, Nashane, and pretty soon we will have Anthony Rivers coming on to give us some thoughts too. Let me get back to it. Gregory Hayes, you over here starting problems in these YouTube streets? Janice, thank you, girl. Hold on, we about to deal with Janice. Janice says, oh yeah, she gave that out of pocket response, but she got some replies. I said, Janice, I hear you. Then I was doing some solicitation, trying to get her to come on the show. Then Will says, so you are saying that you don't trust your significant other? Why get married? That's a good question. That's a good question. See, yeah. Look, I let Facebook go and I hear you loud and clear. My bad. Then Will says, so going on a business trip is not respect? He tried to say, how is a business trip disrespectful? She says, no, sharing a hotel room is. What people seem to forget is that if you value what you have, there's no room for justification for being alone with another female overnight other than your wife. Yes, people will cheat if it's in them. Let me hit the Seymour. If I thought my man was a cheater, I would not be married to him. But my man is a real one. And there's not a woman on earth that would share a hotel room with him other than me. And that's including business associates. If your man can't stand up for your relationship and come out of pocket to have his own hotel room, respect for what he has and who he is with. Ooh. And Will says, I can't argue with you on sharing a room. That part is disrespectful. But the overall trip isn't what I was talking about. Is what I'm talking about.
But what if it's just the trip? What if they're not sharing a hotel room? Like, what if they're just sitting next to each other on the plane?
I know. That's what I was kind of saying. Look, listen, we got to it. I just had to give her some context because she was going further into it. I said, Janice said, Will, I'm talking about the room in my comments. Work is work, but the hotel, nah. And then I had to go on and butt in had to butt in. I said, Janice, I just added the room part. You said it. You said no before I mentioned one room. I just added context to get an answer. She said my answer was based off the room part. Either way it goes, my answer would be the same. So she's saying with or without a room. No. Now it's something I got to say about that. Ladies, Nasha, ladies, anybody involved, anybody watching this? Hold on, let me make sure this microphone is on. Ladies, I seen where she said, and Janice, I hope you watch this. Make sure I send her this link. She said that her husband or her man wouldn't want to go without her. I have seen a couple of comments where the lady says, my husband wouldn't want to go without me. Ladies, when it comes to men who are serious about their careers, I'm sorry. He might tell you that, baby, I really don't want to go without you. But he could really care less.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
Don't you understand?
No, I'm saying goodbye. That's my me time. Look, I've been with you for so long. Go make that money. I'll see you when you get back. I can't go. Let's take our break. That's good.
Make that
absence makes the heart. Right. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Goodbye.
I'll see you. Unless you're too absent for too long, and then it makes the heart grow decrepit. But look, that's what I'm trying to say. Women, don't be mad at me. Men, go ahead, exit the room, and you guys cuss me out later. But no, if it's business, most men, we damn near attach our lives to how we're doing as far as success. We live it, we breathe it. And so if you have an opportunity to go somewhere, if the job says you guys have to leave, what's today? Monday? You guys got to go Tuesday night. I got 2 plane tickets and I need you guys to go to this conference, and you just happen to work with somebody you really like. I don't think what's going to go through his mind first is, oh, hell, I want my girl to go. Like, that's just not what it is. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just not. The first thing he's going to be thinking about is, okay, I'm about to go out here. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to make this money.
If he's the right type of man, yeah.
That's just what I think, because I've seen that a few times where the women says, my man wouldn't even want to go without me. Sure. We might tell y'all that. We don't want the drama. We don't want the drama. See, that's why I had to put Mike Tyson down there busting up. Oh man, you see Mike Tyson down there doing his thing?
I just read what she just said, and I'm over here like, I love her. I love her for that.
Like I feel her. She's saying no regardless, period, point blank. That's her stand, and she could stand on it. I'm just saying, for people that say, my man wouldn't go without me. If his career and elevation in his career is intact, you're going to be mad. Janelle Cyrus says, you and your questions. I asked Janelle, what's your answer? And she didn't give us no answer. Nicholas Carpenter says, absolutely not. LOL. You better get another ticket for my flight too, or you fired. He gonna fire her, not today. Or you fired.
She said, no, I'm going. I don't care what you say.
He said, I'm going. We going on a trip.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. Don't get mad when I bust in with song, because I like to. People don't think I can sing, but I really think I can. And you laughing? Okay, I got you.
I believe you. I believe you.
Oh, now you're gonna lie to me. I got you. I see what I'm dealing with. Michael James says, why are you taking a business trip with a friend if it's a business trip and ugly or attractive co-worker business partner? Make that money, honey.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Make that money. I said, they work for the same company. They just happen to be friends. Go with it. You know, he was thinking just a little too hard about the scenario. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just go with it, Playboy. Let me see. Let me come down. Every now and then I hit that scroll up and it really scroll up. Valerie Harris says, if something is happening, the trip isn't going to stop it. She's saying something
That's
like
true.
Destiny was saying earlier.
Yes.
The trip isn't going to stop it. Here, now you read your comment.
No.
Read it.
Okay, hold on. I said, well, I'm not insecure, and I'm assuming that my husband's stable enough to make proper decisions to mess up what he's got good at home. He should be mature enough to know what's worth and what's worth it and what's not.
Okay, look, I'm about to give you a like. I'm gonna give you a like.
Aw, you're too kind.
Over this 1 second. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Look at you, seeming all professional. Even though I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Would you call him every 10 minutes? Don't lie.
No.
Nasha, you would call him every 10 minutes?
No, okay. Younger me, yes. Older me, no. Yeah, but no, because that's who I was then, but I've grew since then. I know better now. I knew that if the shoes were on the other feet, if the shoe was on the other foot and my stuff jumped off and I had to go on a book tour and I had to go with an associate, he has to trust me. It goes on both ends.
All right. Well, you know, most of us humans, we like our cake and eat it too. So, I mean, most of us ain't going to let stuff happen on both ends. But I hear you. Even though I still don't believe you, I think you're going to call him every 10 minutes.
Would you?
I need my free time. Let's see. Lauren Sanders says, it's business. And he won't let anything happen on that trip whatsoever. He'd want me to go. All right, look. If y'all think so, he might really want you to go. But if the circumstances aren't right, would you guys really be happy if he didn't go? Like, let's say you couldn't get a ticket or you had to work. Are you going to miss work, find daycare, to hurry up and go on a trip, a business trip, to make sure he's not doing nothing?
So I can be bored?
Yeah, you guys take note. You guys need to be taking notes so you should know who to and who not to holla at. Kimmy Denise says, maybe not, depends. I said, Kimmy, depends on what? She just said, no then. Ain't nobody got time to text all my thoughts. My man would know better. Ooh. What you got to say, Nasha? I heard you swell up real quick.
Because I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go. I don't blame her. Like, he better know. But
know better.
Yeah. That's between him and God.
Know better or show better.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, let me see. Camerica Lucas says, nope and nope. We all going together. And I got to sit her on deck. She got to sit her on deck. Hey, what I'm saying is, okay, is this a lack of trust?
I'm starting to think so.
Oh, man.
But what if both people got career? What if both people have really good careers going off? Like, would you leave your own career to go, be a puppy dog under your mate?
Apparently. Don't you call these people puppy dogs? This is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is madly in love.
Oh, okay. That's what we call it.
With no trust. Knight Lavelle says, welp. Jacob E. Sluka says, allow. Yes. Like parents allow a child to attend an event. Oh, okay, I hear you. What you mean allow? And then look, Lily Kendrick Davis says, allow. First of all, ... You know that ... mean listen here.
Yep.
First of all, allow should never be used in a relationship. And my answer is, my man wouldn't even consider taking a female friend on a business trip. Evidently, he's not in a relationship, and neither is the chick. Boy, you guys, man, I hope y'all don't get with nobody that gotta go on a business trip. You do know that people develop relationships with people they work with. We get to the end of this. Hey, and let me see. We're gonna have somebody else jumping in here. Let me see if we got Anthony still on the queue. Okay, Anthony, I'm about to be coming to you really, really soon here. Really soon. And then we see Prince Gregory Hayes. All you got to do is eat the box. Chris, what's the box? Prince, what's the box? Nasha, what's the box? Can somebody explain what this box is? Box.
He's trying to make sure that all of this she thinks
like
about
that kind of box.
He's trying to make sure the only thing that she be thinking about is him.
Hold on. The Johnson says, no, it's not a trust thing. All the time, y'all. Wait, it's not a trust thing all the time, you know. Dudes can't control themselves and women ain't. Shit. Ooh, wait.
And that's not some mature people then.
Ooh, the Johnsons. I hear you, Johnson, say, hey, I ain't even trying to play with you. She ain't playing no games. She ain't trying to hear that. She say, hey, men can't control themselves. And y'all women, you know, I ain't gonna say that, but you know, she said, y'all ain't nothing. Prince Gregory Hayes says, take her to Pound Town before she bounced down. So he's eating boxes to give him the energy to go to Pound Town. All right. You still haven't explained what the box is. You know, in layman's terms, you guys got to break it down to me because, you know, I'm not that bright. Prince Gregory Hayes also says, I didn't know she was sharing a room. That's not happening. My wife ain't having that. Well,
but
yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Don't business like those things, don't they normally just have same-sex sharing room for that reason?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I've seen people go on business trips and have to. Oh, John says, I know you a female. That's what I was saying. I know you gave me a cyber punch last time and told me, get it right, fool. Get it right, fool. So yeah, here, I'm gonna give my thoughts on this. Let me scroll back up to the question real quick. I will tell you what I think. And I ain't even gonna lie. This was actually tough for me, Nasha.
Was it really?
It was really tough. I tossed and turned with my thoughts. I was arm wrestling my thoughts.
And what'd you come up with?
I'm about to tell you right now.
Okay.
The question is, would you allow your significant other to take a business trip alone with an attractive platonic friend of the opposite sex? My answer is yes, I would. I would put my pride to the side for a few reasons. One, I feel like if your partner goes to work every day, they already going on business trips with platonic friends of the other sex. Every day they go to work, you not there. You not there. When they go to lunch, you not there. So it's all going to have to be some type of trust. And then if somebody can't control themselves, I firmly believe they're not going to be able to control themselves anyway. So I wouldn't want to put myself in the mode of having to wrestle with it and fight with it and have the answer be what tear my relationship apart, because I do realize that people have goals and people have a trajectory vision that they are trying to get to in their careers. So if the boss say, hey, I need you to go on a trip, and it just so happened to be with somebody who looked like who's somebody that look good?
Rihanna.
What?
I don't know.
For me, it got to be a man, a woman. For me,
I just said okay.
No. See, look, you twisted me up. No. I'm saying if my lady was going on a trip with a man who looked like
what's his name? The guy from Obsessed. I was just thinking about him right now too. Dark chocolate. I don't know. Idris Elba.
Okay, so my wife is going out with somebody or going on a business trip, and she's already friends with somebody who looked like Idris Elba. I would have been tripping way before the business trip. So when it comes down to the business trip, it don't matter. But no, I'm just playing. I think in situations like that, man, you really can't stop those type of things. You really can't stop that type of attraction if somebody have that attraction for each other. So yeah, my answer is gonna be like, yeah, I let her go because hey, they go on business trips every single day. Every time your significant other goes to work, they're going on a business trip. And if they work with another somebody of another sex, there you have it. So look, I'm gonna stop sharing that real quick. What you gotta say, Nasha? What's your final thoughts on that?
I just, like I said, it's more mature, too mature adults. It kind of scary that how many people are too afraid to let their people go around anyone because they're afraid that they might cheat or do something terrible.
So they're afraid that they might cheat. I don't know. Some people, the Johnson said it isn't about it's not about trust. She just don't believe in men being able to control themselves. And she said that you women aren't turds.
Isn't that trust though? Isn't that still based off trust? Like, I trust you enough to not make a bad decision when you're gone on your business trip.
Is it trust? Is it trust the Johnsons? Is that technically trust? That's what Nashane is asking you. And then she hit him with the call Tyrone. Call him. See, you a bad choir section. You were supposed to hit him with the call him. We got Anthony down there.
I can't sing.
You can sing. Anthony, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. What's going on with you?
Hey, man, just another day, just another day. Did you get a chance to hear any of that last question?
Yeah, I heard that.
What you doing? You gonna let your significant other go with somebody who look like a male supermodel somewhere on a business trip? Look, boss called. They work together. They already friends. Boss like, hey, I need you guys to go on the business trip. It's gonna help your career. You letting her go?
Yeah, I'm letting her go because at the end of the day, man, if they gonna do, if she could sneak off, after work if it's really that, that obvious, you know what I'm saying, or on lunch break if it's that serious, you know what I'm saying. So I don't feel like, oh well, it's gonna be that big a difference just because they go on a trip. So me personally, I really wouldn't sweat it. You know what I mean? They gonna do what they gonna do anyway.
Don't sweat the small stuff. All right, Nasha. Look, Nasha, I want to thank you for coming on, giving us your 2 cents. Again, let everybody know where they can find you, where they could come find about the Paper Doll. Go ahead.
I'm on YouTube. I have it's channel called Paper Doll Houses. I'll put the link really soon. Like I said, I have a lot of videos. I'm interviewing a lot of women, kind of helping them reach a sense of self-worth within themselves, and also kind of help them through any identity issues that they have going on and progress forward for the future. So it's on YouTube.
So on YouTube. All right, you guys go check Nasha out when you guys get a chance. Paper Doll Houses. Nasha, I'm gonna have to see you again soon. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. It's always fun when you come on. Oh, wait, hold on. We got a couple more comments. Hold on.
Are you kicking me out or should I stay for those couple of comments?
I'm gonna give you the last couple comments. The Johnson said, you gonna get a bag and be at the clinic. Say hi, Anthony.
Oh.
Hey, what's up?
Tyrone can't, but he can carry a tune. Well, see, thank you. See, one person recognized. All right, Nasha, now we kicking you off.
Bye.
Bye. All right, you guys, we got Anthony here. And today we was going to talk about a few things. Let me go ahead and bring it up. We was going to talk about, what's her name, Ant?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. What is she doing that's significant that needs to be spoken about?
Well, you know, she's a actress out there in Hollywood, and you know, she adopted a black boy and then turned him into a little girl.
She turned him into a little girl. This came up a little bit in one of our topics the other day. Somebody mentioned Charlize Theron. Hold on, let me go ahead. I'm gonna share the screen and let everybody see what we seeing, so they know what we over here talking about. We changing lanes just a little bit, you guys. We done with the questions of the day. We done with the questions of the day. Finally, somebody said I could sing. Anthony, I can't believe it. Hey, Ant, where you at? What state you in?
I'm in Ohio.
What was the weather like out there?
I mean, it was straight today. You know what I mean? It's still, you know, it ain't real warm yet, but you know, we passed a little cold stuff, so I can't complain.
What I want to know is how you gonna come on drinking. What's that? You got some Merlot. You know, you're not supposed to come to the party if you don't got enough for everybody.
Oh yeah, it's just some champagne, man. You know
some
what I mean?
Champagne. I got some water over here. You got you some Champagne, little thug passion.
yeah. You know, I don't do nothing else. I don't do nothing else. So you know, I don't drink no hardcore, nothing, no drugs. So you know, every now and then I'll drink a little bit of wine.
All right, Anthony. We got what's her name? Charlize Theron on the screen. Okay, and so these are little boys. That's what I come to find out the other day. So what is this a product of? What is she doing? Is there an agenda? Is she trying to prove a point? What do you think the point is? What's going on?
Well, you know, I feel like there's like a few things that, you know, behind this. There's a few things I believe is that LGBT agenda that they pushing. You know what I mean? Where they're gonna, you know, especially they're really trying to push it really hard on black folks. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they're using these celebrities like Dwayne Wade. You know, he just let his 11-year-old son go to one of those crazy gay pride parades. You look at Magic Johnson, he turned his son over.
When you say turn your son over, what you mean? Could it be that, you know, people are saying they're giving their kids freedom of expression? We live in a new world.
Yeah, you know, I don't believe in none of that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're not supposed to let no, you know, she's saying that he decided that he was transgender at 3 years old. You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense. You know, I know little kids who think they Superman, but I ain't about to just let them go jump off a building, you know what I mean, with a sheet on their back. You know what I mean? It's like, as an adult, man, you gotta, you know, stop the nonsense as soon as you even see something like that. You know, I feel like a lot of these Caucasian women like her, you know, they really don't want to be in the house with no black alpha male anyway. So, you know, I feel like that's another part of it. You know, when you feminize the black man, you know, he's less of a threat. And that's why you don't see any LGBT black men getting gunned down by the cops, because they're not a threat. They don't see them as a threat. You know, and I know that's gonna make a lot of people mad, but
I never thought about that. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you don't see it. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen. You know, the only real discrimination and racism that those black LGBT members, you know, get it's really from the white LGBT members. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's the white LGBT members that are racist as hell towards the black LGBT. You know what I mean? Except for when they want to pretend a little bit, but overall, they don't really deal with the black LGBT cats. You know what I mean? Unless they're like dumb rich, like a Don Lemon or something like that. You know what I mean? But
Right.
other than that, as an overall perspective, you don't really, you know, that's where they get a lot of their discrimination.
Well,
So, you know,
they say she's from South Africa. She's not.
yeah.
She's not from America.
Yeah. She's from South Africa, you know, and them South Africans is racist as hell. Them South African Caucasians, man, they're racist as hell.
Well, people are
Yeah.
going to say if she's racist, why would she adopt these black children and treat them well? It looks like they're treated well. They just dress like girls.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's all a part of that whole front. You know, a lot of these real racist people, if you look at like even the Hillary Clinton and them, they always use philanthropy as a way of, you know, I didn't pronounce that right, but you know, as a
we got you.
philanthropy, yeah, as a way of trying to disguise their, you know, their real agenda. Even if you look at like a Bill Gates, for example, he pretends that he's out really helping people, but the only thing he really does is just bring out vaccines. You know what I mean? Like this dude could build houses and build apartment complexes for people or build schools, you know what I mean, that teach, you know, things in the, you know, that Silicon Valley, you know, for jobs and things of that nature. But he don't build anything like that. You know, he shows up with a vaccine and act like he's trying to save the world. So a lot of these people who do that, they're just, you know, just a cover. You know what I mean? Like, oh look, I'm a good person, but at the same time, they're rotten as hell. So, you know,
Look, it say right here, Charlize Theron, however you say it, confirms her 7-year-old child. Oh, I lost it. Say it confirms her 7-year-old child is a girl.
Is a girl, yeah. And you know, I read a couple articles on it, and like I said, you know, she said that he decided this at 3 years old, and you know, and you're not letting no kid, you know, make life decisions at 3, you know, or 7 for that matter. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be buying no kid no dress. You know what I mean?
So basically, she's saying that at the ages of 7 and 3, that they were able to make I guess life altering decisions, because it is altering their lives. What do you think personally? What do you think that is doing to those children? Do you think it's doing to them something to them psychologically, physically? And look, and before you even answer that, the Johnson says, he said, mommy looks pretty and wants to be pretty like her. So what do you think? Do you think that there's some type of psychological effect that could take place?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at the statistics, and this isn't just me, you know, making this up. If you look at the statistics, the LGBT movement have a real high suicide, you know, community have a real high suicide rate. You know, I mean, you know, and I feel like that's because a lot of them get into this lifestyle, and then at a certain point in time, they recognize this was a bad decision, and now they know they've been, you know, they've done some things they're not too proud of, and before you know it, it's just a suicide thing. And I also believe that out in Hollywood, that's why if you look at like Charlize Theron, she has a real big movie coming out right now. With can't think of his names. I think it's like Seth Rogen or something like that.
Seth Rogen, the comedian Seth Rogen.
Yeah. Like they got like
I can't recall her. I don't know one movie she's been in off the top of my head. I'm not the biggest movie guy, but I don't know of any movies she's been in.
Oh, she's been in a lot of movies, man. I mean, she's been in a lot of movies. I mean, she's a big movie star. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, she's been in like Reindeer Games with Ben Affleck. I mean, couple movies with Mark Wahlberg. I mean, she's been in a lot of movies. And the movie that's about to come out right now, it's going to be like in the theater with that comedian Seth Rogen. And I guess it's like, I seen the commercial, and she's gonna play like a famous lady who likes a nerd or something like that, and Seth Rogen's like the nerd. But the point is, man, we gotta quit supporting these people. You know what I mean? We gotta call these people out. We gotta raise hell about this type of activity. We can't just sit here and just let it continue to happen. You know what I mean? Because out in Hollywood, they're giving, these type of people who do this kind of stuff, they're getting a lot of perks. There's a lot of rewards for this that you don't see.
How do we stop it? How would you personally take a stand against it, and what would you advise people to do? And again, too, Anthony, it's a lot of people that don't see anything wrong with this. And so what do you do about that? Is this just something that you just got to get used to?
I mean, it's starting to head to that point. Me personally, I'm not going to just sit here and get used to it. Anytime I see something that's off like this, I don't care, you know what I mean? And fortunately for me, I don't work for nobody where I got to be worried about getting fired or anything. I mean, I understand you can't just go on your job and just say whatever. A lot of people can't do that. But, we got to just say something about it, And then, I mean, we do have a lot of our people who have been corrupted by, if the celebrities are doing it, it must be cool. And just don't have no morals at all. But at the same time, I feel like us as Black people, we have to start adopting our own people. You know what I mean? I mean, I really thought about doing it myself. You know what I mean? I really have been thinking about it a lot lately. You know what I mean? Like, me already having kids of my own, they would have to be around my youngest kid's age. I wouldn't want to try to get anybody who's older than my children. But I feel like,
go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get anybody older than my children, and I feel bad for them. But I wouldn't feel comfortable bringing somebody who's already been raised in tough situations around my little kids, especially because I got a little girl. But
okay. And look, what about this? There'll be a lot of people out there that'll say, how can you be mad at her when she actually took the time to adopt some kids? Because there's a lot of kids out there that go unadopted, and she's adopted 2 Black kids. And so in the eyes of some, they'll say that she's helping those kids. She put them in a better situation. A rich lady made some kids, some rich kids.
I mean, if you look at everything from a financial standpoint, then that's what you would see. You know what I mean? But I'm looking more of from a psychological standpoint, and from a mental standpoint. You know what I mean? And everything's not all about money. You know what I mean? Like, these kids are gonna, I feel like these kids are gonna have serious issues later on in life. You know what I mean? Because of these decisions. So, everything's not all about money. Just like Dwayne Wade, and his kid, his 11-year-old son. Like, yeah, I mean, he's growing up in a rich home, but his dad just allowed him to go to a gay pride parade. And if you go to these gay pride parades, you see some horrendous things. I mean, you can just Google the pictures, you know what I mean, and just see. Because me personally, I've never been to one, but I've watched videos of people pointing out how off it is. I watch a lot of different types of documentaries and things, that.
Oh yeah, it be a lot going on, to say the least. It definitely be a lot going on at those parades. So you saying that that's too much for a child to see? So do you think that this is one and the same, Dwayne Wade's son and Charlize Theron? You think it's just famous people trying to push an agenda upon other people?
Yes, I definitely believe that, and I feel like to get to these high levels in Hollywood and then in celebrity world,
Hollywood, take note.
Yeah, you have to do a lot of horrible things, you know what I mean? And I feel like even like Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union is not his, like the 11-year-old son, that's not his mom. So they pushed the mom away, and now she's around Gabrielle Union, another Hollywood actress. And now he's sacrificing his son, like Magic Johnson, to where, and I feel like, and I know a lot of people going to say, oh man, this is a conspiracy theory, and that's fine.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, why would he have to sacrifice his son if they're both wealthy?
Because there's more wealth to be obtained. Some people are not happy with just a little bit of money. They need more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? Like, business investments are going to open up for him. Same way it did for Magic Johnson. You know what I mean? You got to be willing to do some things to get to that next level.
Something strange for some change.
Yeah, something strange for some change. That's how these guys operate. So, you just look at that particular situation. If I took my 14-year-old son to the strip club, I would get child abuse charges. They probably wouldn't even let us in. But it's okay to take an 11-year-old boy or a 7-year-old boy or all these little kids and dress them up like girls and take them to these gay pride parades where they see half-naked people. I don't know if you follow that Michael Blackson dude or not on Instagram.
The comedian?
Yeah, the comedian.
I don't follow him, but what did he say?
Well, he posted a picture today, like, how people, like, basically he posted a picture of people clowning him, and one of the pictures that he posted was like himself in like a colorful mink. And beside it, it was a guy at one of those gay pride parades, and his whole body was covered in dildos.
What?
Yes, man. You know what I mean? And he was clowning, but it just goes to show you the type of people that are at these events. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, I don't know, man. It's an agenda that's being pushed. That's just like that show Empire, man. Black people got to stop supporting that show Empire, man. There's too much homosexuality going on in that. And if you look at society right now, and, I could talk about, straight men in general, but that's not really my concern. But if you look at like black men, for example, because we've talked about this before on other shows, there's a serious attack on straight black men right now. I mean, you see people like Jemele Hill posting articles like that one article she posted, and I'll never forget this, and black people still support her when they shouldn't. It said straight black men are the white people of black society, basically dissing straight black men. And even when Jussie Smollett got in trouble, everybody was attacking straight black men. And if you destroy the straight black man, you destroyed the warrior class of black society, and we are finished as a society, as a people. You know what I mean? Like, so anytime you support this type of just abominable behavior, you're only destroying your own people. It's just that simple.
Just step away from it, period, point blank. Don't support it whatsoever. And look, I'm going to go ahead and bring up that article you're talking about where Jemele, oh, there it is. Straight black men are the white people of black people.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the article you're talking about.
That's the article I'm talking about. And it was written by somebody from The Root. And The Root is not a black-owned company. From what the little things I read and stuff about The Root, at one point in time, it was a black-owned company. But now you have white Caucasian liberals who own the company. So now you get these type of articles. And I'm sure they probably use some damn Sambo to write it. But
hold on. But Buddy Love says a parade is on a public street, doesn't compare to a strip club.
I mean, everybody's half naked though. What's really the difference? You know what I mean? Like,
so you saying it do compare to a strip club?
Yeah, it do compare to a strip club. Like, yeah, I gotta pay to get in, but if you're willingly taking your kid down here to see this stuff, what is really the difference? And in any one of those situations, you're going to be around half-naked people doing things that you really shouldn't let a child see. So it's just that simple. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the Johnson says it's too wild for kids at that kind of parade. It's not a Disney parade.
You know, and I agree with that.
I almost want to pull up some pictures just so we can, you know what? Might as well. So look, so Anthony, what would you do? Because like I said, I do hear a lot of people say that there is an agenda. And and look, let me bring this up real quick since we're talking about agenda. Because some people say, you guys are crazy. There's no agenda. You heard about Michael Sam?
Yeah. And see, that was what I was talking about when just a second ago. It's funny you just brought it up because I did read that article and now he's crying like a little baby. You know, how the Caucasian LGBT groups used him as a face, but now he's dead, broke, and poor, and they don't give a damn about his ass. And that's a prime example of what I talk about, how the Caucasian LGBT group at the community doesn't give a damn about these black LGBT members. They just don't. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they face more discrimination and more racism from their own group. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you rarely see LGBT black LGBT people, Cube, whatever, you know, people getting shot down by the police, getting harassed by anyone.
So you saying you get treated better if you're LGBTQ? Well, look, Michael Sam says Michael Sam says LGBT community used him as a poster boy, then abandoned him.
Exactly.
All right, and that's in Total Pro Sports. If you guys want to go look that up. So yeah, he's saying that they abandoned him. And so when people say that there's no agenda, then you read things like that. If there was no agenda, then why would he have been abandoned?
You know, because you know, he fell into a trap where he thought it was going to be profitable for him. You know, and that's basically what they told him when he signed up. You know, I mean, these guys talk to people when they make these decisions. They're not just going off the whim. You know what I mean? They're talking to people, and people are pumping their heads up, and you know, their handlers giving them advice. But they knew that as soon as he got done, they were done with him. So they used him to push that. You know, because what they're trying to do is, I know a lot of people, you know, hate the NFL because Kaepernick's their hero and everything, but the NFL is a masculine sport. And they're trying to push that agenda in the NFL. So, you know, they're trying to water it down. You know, they don't want any kind of masculinity at all. And the NFL is 70% African American, black, whatever you want to call it. So at the end of the day, you know, they want to water it down. And they love us being the poster child. They love using black men as the poster child. That's just not a coincidence. You know what I mean? They do that because they want to push it on our community. And I know a lot of people gonna get mad when I'm about to say what I'm about to say next. I know they're gonna get mad.
Whatever you say it loud so they can hear you, so they can have an opportunity to be mad at you. Go ahead.
But and they're gonna be mad at me because I know that, you know, they're gonna say I hate black women for this, but I'm cool with it. Black women are supporting this shit at a phenomenal rate, man. You know, and they're gonna get mad, but you black women who support this stuff, and it's a lot of them, you know, you're destroying your own people. That's what you're doing. Sitting around watching Empire. You know, we gotta show these people we don't want to see none of that. We have to quit watching it.
Nashane, if you're watching, come back. I need to hear a woman's perspective on this as well. If you're there, let me know. Slide me a message and jump back in the queue. We'll let you on. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, but black
women support it.
Yeah, black women are supporting it more than anybody else. You got people like your Jemele Hills, a lot of black women in the media. You know, obviously they're gonna say whatever they gotta say to get a check. But even in the black community itself, you know, it's cool to see some black women running around with a gay friend and all that. You know, you're supporting the demise of your own race, you know, your own people. That's what you're doing. You can try to dress it up and however you want to make it, you know, my gay friend's so cool and all that. But what you're really doing is you're supporting the demise of your own people. That's what you're doing. I'm not telling people to go out here and attack them. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying put your hands on anybody, but you have to not support it. Not we have to not deal with them. We have to you know, send them away. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if they're gonna do it in their own house, they're gonna do it in their own house. There's nothing we can do about that. But they have to know, we have to shun these people. We have to let them know that we're not dealing with them. You know what I mean? And it's for your own race. But black women, man, they seem to really be supporting this shit, man. I've gotten into a lot of arguments and a lot of debates with black women who just don't have a problem with this. And that's why the attack, if you pay attention, even with, like I said, with the Jesse Millett situation, everything is on the attack of the straight black man, because at this point right now, we're really the only ones standing up against this. We're the only ones coming out and saying how it's off. I'm not dealing with them. I'm not going to a gay wedding. I'm not gonna have no gay friends. I'm cool. And that don't make me a homophobe. I just don't want to deal with it. You're not gonna force your beliefs onto me. I'm just not going for it. You know what I mean? Like,
look, Anthony, the Johnson says, I'm a black woman and we good, Anthony. We need to hear this. Buddy to the Love says, so disown gay family. That's what Buddy Love said. So he has to disown your gay family.
Yes. And look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I got 2 sons. If any one of them came out to be a rainbow, they're finished. You know, I have one older son and I have one younger son. So let's say my oldest son turned out to be a rainbow. I'm not going to have my older rainbow son around my young son. It's just not going to happen. So yes, you have to look. I know a lot of people who don't believe in the Bible, but me personally, I believe if you repent and change your ways, I'll accept you then. You know, I'll still be sad about it that you ever went that way. But if I knew that you had left it alone and you changed your ways, I would always take you back in. But if you think you're going to bring your rainbow boyfriend over to my house or something like that, I'm not going for it. You know what I mean? I'm not going for it. You know what I mean? I would look at myself as a failure as a parent. I would question myself, where did I go wrong? You know, I would be very disappointed. You know what I mean? So yes, family members have to be abandoned, period. Because when you bring that rainbow family member around your children or your nieces and nephews or the younger generation, you're basically telling them it's okay. And it's bad enough you have to worry about with the media and with the TV and what the movies are putting out. That's why you really got to watch what movies your kids are watching and what you're watching in front of your kids, because they're basically being told that it's okay everywhere they go. And now they're starting to even implement it in some school systems. And that's really creepy when I get to thinking about that.
I read that they're starting to put LGBTQ history in the history books. My only thing with that personally is, I think I said it the other day, I think the saying is judge a person on the content of their character, something to that nature. And so, okay, if there's a heterosexual that comes up with a great invention, you don't have to preference it with that person's a heterosexual. So if a homosexual person comes up with an invention, you shouldn't have to preference it with they're a homosexual either. Then there's starting to be inclusion by fault. Like you're making me acknowledge something that shouldn't have to be acknowledged in your accomplishment. Your accomplishment should be good enough alone, in other words.
And you know, and that's that whole agenda. Everything is about promoting this agenda. You know what I mean? And you know, there's a lot of reasons for it. Some people talk about, you know, depopulation. You know, you just hear a lot of things, you know what I mean? But I just feel like when you take away the masculine alpha black males, who's going to really defend our people? If it comes to, you hear a lot of these pro-blacks and people talk about, a race war or something may happen or any type of situation where something could happen. And, what if there is one? Well, if you got nothing but rainbows, I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but is that really who you want defending you as a people?
It's going to be some people that says, are you homophobic? Are you homophobic?
No, I'm not homophobic, but I just know when something is wrong. I mean, and like I said, I'm not going to allow my, them to force that upon me. It'd be different if, like I said, they're just doing what they're doing, but I don't agree with it. I came into this planet by a woman and a man together. So how can I sit around and say, what's going to happen if all black men turn into rainbows? We're finished. Like, how are we going to reproduce? What are we going to do? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just, it just makes no sense. We can't allow that to happen. You know what I mean? So it's just, we have to exile them and, and hopefully they change their ways. And if they don't, we got to just leave them to their own. But the main thing we got to do first, and I feel like is a real big one, is we have to quit supporting these shows like Empire that promote this stuff where they're,
I think Empire has it's lost a lot of ratings, and I think it's isn't it the last season? I did notice, and I was hearing some commentary and people talking about it, and people were saying that was one of the reasons why they fell off and stopped watching it. But hey, Anthony, let me get a quick final thought for you real quick. Buddy Love says, bro, you in denial.
Denial about what?
The river in Egypt, I don't know. But he said you in denial. But go ahead and let me get your last thoughts, and then I'm gonna wrap it up with some other stuff. I gotta sing somebody happy birthday in 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I mean, if he's talking about the whole homophobic thing, I guess, like I said, see, and to me, that's another one of these brothers.
Oh yeah, he says you're in denial about being homophobic.
Exactly, and see, that's just another one of these words that the LGBT movement and these Caucasian liberals came up with to shut you up when you're discussing how you're not with this program. It's just like conspiracy theorists. They don't, if they call you conspiracy theorist, then you won't think about all the other things that's going on. And that's the same thing with the homophobe. You know what I mean? It's like, they use words like homophobic or Islamophobic or anti-Semitic. These are all words they use to try to shut you up when you're speaking any type of truth or you don't agree with something. Basically a way of trying to kill your freedom of speech. And, at the end of the day, whoever that brother is, whatever, if you want to go hang with rainbows and go to the gay pride parade, you're more than welcome to. There's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? But no one's going to force it on me. I wish there was a LGBT warning on movies ahead of time, and there should be one. We should have that option. They don't give you that option because they want to force it on you. You know how many shows I had to quit watching because I get into it, and like one of the last shows I had to quit watching. Really, man, that Black Lightning. I had to quit watching that Black Lightning, man. I was like, you know what, man? I want to support this show, man. A black man, a black superhero. Let me go ahead and watch this. And next thing I know, his daughter is a damn rainbow.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I remember that.
And she's laying in bed with another woman. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what the hell is this?
Wait, hold on 1 second, Anthony. I got 1 second. And Buddy Love, if you want to jump in, you could jump in. 1 second. We got to sing happy birthday to the Johnsons. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Johnsons. It's your birthday. Go out somewhere, shake what your mama gave you. Or not.
Mhm.
All right. Happy birthday to Johnsons. Happy birthday. Hope you have a good, hope you have a great day today. Not just a good day. All right, but yeah, Anthony. So go ahead, because the buddy was saying that you homophobic, and you saying that you are not homophobic. But yeah, go ahead and give us your final thought. I'm gonna go over one more quick thing, and then I'm gonna jump off. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
we
Ant.
can do that. We definitely go on to something else. You know, I just feel like this is something important that our people have to pay attention to and watch how this agenda is being pushed and everything on TV, everything that we do. Somehow they got to have it in there, and they're also using that one rainbow. I mean, really, if you really look at a lot of these Hollywood producers, like the Lee Daniels, he's a rainbow. The one girl who they're promoting right now, real bad. I can't think of her name right now. That's why I should have drank that wine. But
Lightweight.
yeah. I'm trying to think of that one girl's name they're promoting real bad right now. You know, she wants to be a man. She
Young
I
and
don't
me.
know. No, well, that too. But no, she's a Hollywood producer. She produces movies and shows.
I don't know.
She dresses up like a man. Hold on one second, man. I gotta get her name real quick. This will be quick. Let me see.
Look, while you get her name, I'm gonna go ahead and start on this other topic real quick, and it'll be real quick. And in fact, you could just stay on with me while you get that name. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna share this over here. Let me share this over here. It says, Ice Cube says cable companies trying to block his bid to purchase 21 TV stations. So the cable companies, a couple people trying to block Ice Cube from buying stations. And I actually think this is something noteworthy to talk about, because I do think it is important to have more people of color owning media, being a part of media. I know everybody doesn't agree with everything that he stands for, but I do think having a African-American face in the position of prominence is good. 21 channels that Disney selling is a boss move. That is a boss move. And since we own 0.00001% of all media, this would be good. Cube says Charter Communications teamed up with Atlanta Braves owner John Malone and his company Liberty Media to block Big Three as diverse, inclusive competitors. The Big Three is not a part of the old boy club that doesn't sit well with the company like Charter, which has been called out many times for their unfair treatment of minority organizations and for consent decreed of its own customers, Ice Cube said. Liberty Media is trying to get a piece of the action with money backed by Major League Baseball, while two other companies, Sinclair Broadcasting, are also trying to get the 21 stations. Ice Cube has lined up a number of heavyweights to back him, including Magic Johnson, Will Smith, Snoop Dogg, and Serena Williams. He submitted his final bid to Fox yesterday and met up with DOJ officials earlier today to talk about John Malone's dirty tricks. Companies like Charter want to keep the good old world and want to bend the rules to do business with the same people in the same tired way. Ice Cube continued, just like they always have. But it's been way past time for change. We have a vision for more inclusive, more positive role for media in this country. The big three buying Fox RSNs is a big step into that future. And so, yeah, I just wanted to lay that on you guys real quick. That's something that I think is important. I think anytime we can have a little more inclusion, well, I don't even know about inclusion. Let's say a little more control of media. I think that's a good thing. Even aesthetically, just to know that somebody that looks like this can own a substantial amount of television space. So this is something to look into. It's something to keep your finger on the pulse of, because this is a good example, and this is how doors are open for people in the future. This is how things begin. So keep your eye on that, you guys. Anthony, you got that name?
I don't know why I'm having a hard time finding it right now.
We need Q Vision. Hashtag Q Vision Media, big three. The Johnsons, I like what Ice Cube is doing. I got some friends that don't agree with everything that Ice Cube does. My buddy on here right now don't agree with everything Ice Cube does.
Well, yeah. Well, my whole thing is I just feel like, Ice Cube is compromised. You know what I mean? I just feel like you don't get to a high level in this society, and working out there in Hollywood without being some type of compromise. And that's why if you really pay attention to a lot of these guys, like even Tyler Perry, you see he had to wear a dress. And I think he's just a rainbow anyway, but you got to wear dresses. That's why you notice, for the most part, all the black men at some point in time, you got to put on that dress. You look at Martin Lawrence, he had to play Shanae. You look at Jamie Foxx, he had to be Wanda. You have to put on the dress at some point in time. And I know people, see, you're just a homophobe. But if you just pay attention, Charles Barkley wore a dress. Larry Johnson, grandmama, he wore a dress.
But let me ask you this, Anthony. Could it be a positive thing just for the simple fact that he would have such a nice size market share of media? And he's saying that he wants to change the role of media, put a more positive spin on it. That's something that I personally would encourage. And I am actually glad to see somebody who has the same complexion of me making such a boss move.
I mean, and I agree. I mean, it would be cool to see that. But I mean, look at Oprah Winfrey. She got the same complexion as you. And look what she does for the black community.
But we gotta have some hope. We gotta have some hope. And look, real quick before we go ahead and wrap this up, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I wasn't gonna bring this up, but since we here, and since you talking about how some people seem like they good for us, but they not necessarily the best for us, people get mad at me when I say this. I've been saying this for years. But Ice Cube got Magic Johnson behind him. And I don't trust Magic Johnson. I'm going to tell you guys why real quick, and then we're going to get out of here. I don't trust him. Magic is just a smile. Magic Johnson shields for predatory loans. Magic Johnson makes a lot of money selling predatory loans. This is why I think he was a great basketball player, but far as him caring about people of color, I think that's very much overstated. He has a great smile, but if you actually do a little bit of research beyond the white veneers, you'll find out that Magic Johnson has been in on plenty of predatory lending schemes aimed directly at poor minority communities. He had a Jackson Hewitt product, key markers. That's where they were giving people money in advance for their tax return. But then when they got their tax return, it was 500% interest on top of what they got. Magic Johnson was a shield for Rent-A-Center, more predatory lending. Magic Johnson also had a credit card, you know, like a Rush card, one of them Kardashian cards.
Yeah.
Predatory lending.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Donald Sterling said he never did nothing for black people. You guys just think he did. So I didn't plan on going there, but I went ahead and went there. Anthony, close it out. Say the last thing you want people to hear. I'm not going to say nothing else. Matter of fact, let me say all I got to say real quick. He's another one that's black, but he's not our kind. She's black, but she's not our kind. Lena Rath is the tipsy answer, Tyrone. Okay, the Johnsons. That's who you were talking about, Lena Rath?
Yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, Lena.
Ooh,
yeah,
the Johnsons coming through with the info on her birthday. Thank you, the Johnsons. Anthony.
Yep, that's her name, Lena Rafe, or something like that. Lena Rafe. But yeah, they're promoting her real hard. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Lena Waithe.
Yeah, we got the Johnsons with the info.
Yeah.
Give us something real quick to wrap it up and take it out. Oh yeah, before you do that, I'm trying to get the panel together for Thursday. We got a debate coming up on ADOS. Well, we're going to talk about the ADOS movement. I'm trying to put together a conversation between the LGBTQ community and the heterosexual community and have a dialogue, see different perspectives, see what everybody thinks instead of talking at each other, talk to each other just to see. And also what I'm trying to put together before this week is over. We were supposed to do it last week, Anthony, but the women, they disappeared the last second. I'm going to try to have a group of women come on and explain to me what is it that women want from men in 2019. With that being said, Anthony, give us the last word.
There's nothing wrong with supporting your own people and supporting, like you said, Ice Cube and his, adventure trying to own something. It would be nice, but I just wouldn't get my hopes up too high. If you look at a lot of the movies and things that he's done already, he kind of lets you know kind of where he's going. He's trying to be a comedian. Everything's got to be kind of funny. It's not, that's how you make it in Hollywood. You know what I mean? You got to be a Sambo court jester. It's got to be funny, or you got to wear that dress. That's how it works. Every now and then you might see a straight black man kind of maneuvering out there, but even if you look at the brother who was talking about toxic masculinity, Terry Crews, you look at him, there's pictures of him wearing a bra, you know what I mean? Like, and just being a goofball, you know what I mean? Like, this dude was in the NFL at one point in time. He's just like a big goofball. So I just feel like, we got to just quit supporting the people who are against us and the people who are trying to destroy us, and just change, make them give us what we actually want to watch, since they're the ones who control the movies, the TV shows. We shouldn't be supporting Lee Daniels, the Rainbow Director. We shouldn't support Lee Daniels. He's the one who gave us Jussie. You know what I mean? And he was dating Jussie for a minute there. So that just lets you know how bugged out this whole situation is. But, we got to just quit supporting that, just do more research. And, that's pretty much about it, man. I ain't going to go on a long rant, but, I just think it's important. You know what I mean? Like, but, that's about it.
All right, y'all. That's it. Last word. We out of here. Come check us out. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Thanks for watching.